low-key not in a good mood. It's very late, so let's get this started before somebody else does something to make me mad. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another completely chaotic video. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys how I almost missed my SHAWN Mendes concert because of a series of events caused by stupid people that just didn't care, that just were idiots, honestly, just stupid. Well, I wouldn't say they were stupid. Technically, all the people that caused the trouble were doing their job. They were just doing it poorly. I'm a very patient person, or at least I try to be, because I'm dumb myself. Like, a dumb person doing dumb things, like, it gets annoying. I understand that. I'm stupid. Like, I know I'm not easy to work with or talk to or cooperate with. We're gonna rewind all the way back to the beginning, the very beginning. We bought our tickets for the SHAWN concert in early July. The concert's on the 25th. We bought them like the 10th, maybe the 15th, something like that. We go through the best deals on tickets, buying it from the actual Toyota Center. Buying the tickets from there was cheap, but not cheap enough for college kids, you know what I mean? I had to go through SeatGeek using a promo code that took like some kind of 20% off or something like that. $20 off, whatever it was, we got a cheaper deal. Now, in the process of all the chaos, my friend was looking through her phone for things on the Toyota Center website for our tickets, and I was looking on SeatGeek on my phone for all the tickets and details and stuff. And when we decided to purchase our tickets from SeatGeek, she purchased them from my phone. That's very important. So in the app, all my email information is in there, but for all the billing stuff, it's her information. So she had to delete my email, put her email in. She had to like delete my card information, put her card information in. So the bill would be hers and the tickets would go to her, but like she was just doing it from my phone. After she does that, she drops me off at work, we say bye, she leaves. And then fast forward like an hour or two, I'm in the middle of work and I get a text from her. And she asked, did you get the confirmation email, or did the app give you a confirmation with like the details on when we're gonna get our tickets and stuff? Because I haven't got the email. And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, can you look for me, like check to make sure like nothing's wrong or anything. There was something wrong. So I go through the app and I'm looking and I see that she entered her email wrong. So like, that's not a big deal, right? Easy fix. Your email's entered wrong, you just change it, right? Wrong. That is not what SeatGeek has available to the regular public. You would think that this happened a lot, like someone put their email in there, so they need to like go in and fix it and like get the tickets resent to them. No, there's no way for you to do that on the app, by the way, which is very stupid. Like, that's something that we as the customer can take care of ourselves. I shouldn't have to call customer service to fix the email, you know? But I end up calling customer service and I sit and wait on hold for a little bit, and then I get on the phone with this guy. I don't remember his name. I should have remembered his name, but we talked for about 30 minutes. And I was very thorough because I didn't want to have a problem. Like, I just spent like she just spent like $100 and something on tickets. Like, I didn't want to have a problem like with tickets because we're going to the concert. So the guy answers and he's like, hi, this is SeatGeek customer service, how can I help you? And I'm talking to him and I'm like, hey, my friend bought tickets off of my account but using all her information, and I explained to him that her email is wrong. Just one letter is wrong in the email. She forgot, she put an N instead of an M. So it's a quick change, right? You just delete the N and add an M. Simple. So I was like, yeah, she put the wrong email in. She just needs the email to be changed. We need our confirmation email giving details about the tickets. And we need to make sure that the email is changed so like any further notifications we get about the concert goes to the right email. And the whole time he's very understanding. He's like, sure, okay, yes, like I understand, like of course. And he's like, can I get the transaction number, blah blah blah, normal stuff that you would do on the phone with customer service. And then he sees the email is wrong. And I'm like, yes, the email is wrong. It's not my email for the app. for the account that we bought them off of is her email for the transaction. He's like, oh, I see. And so he's like, okay, spell out the email. Like, let's make sure we don't get it wrong again. And we go through all of that. He reads the email back to me so we can make sure it's right. He reads it back. It's correct. And I'm like, can you send her the confirmation email while I'm on the phone with you so I make sure she gets the confirmation email? I ask him to do that. He does it. My friend texts me, says she got the email. I'm like, can you also make sure that the email is changed on the transaction so that all the future emails about the concert will go to the right email? He does that. Tells me it's okay. I say, good, thank you, have a good day. Hang up the phone. That's over. Then it's quiet for a few weeks. Like, I'm going about my motions, going to work, getting stuff done, preparing for the concert, all of that jazz. It's the night before the concert. This is the night before the concert. And my friend texts me and she's like, I haven't gotten an email with the tickets or where we're supposed to go and wait and where merch is supposed to be. So I'm just like, no. I made sure that he had your correct email so this exact thing didn't happen. I proceeded to be angry because when I called him the first time, I wanted him to make sure that the email was correct so this didn't happen again. You see what I'm saying? I'm irritated. So my friend doesn't let me call back up there because obviously I'm going to throw a fit to whoever I talk to because why is this happening again? So I don't know exactly what happened. She calls them, they fix it, they send her the email, we get the tickets. That's the end of that. I didn't have to do anything. I was still very irritated, but I didn't have to do anything. For that, everything's fine. I wake up the next morning, I get dressed, I'm ready to go. It's 9 a.m. when Emily picks me up. Emily needs her oil changed. And we wanted to make sure that the car was running fine since we were going to be making a 3.5 hour drive from 3.5 hour, maybe like 2.5, something like that. We were going to be making a 3.5 hour drive from where we live to Houston. Now, she doesn't go to the regular auto body shops that's like stop somewhere to change your oil or whatever. She goes to the place where she bought her car from because they give her better deals and she gets more discounts there because that's where she purchased her car. So we drive there. We pull up, parking lot, it's like 9:30, we're early. Her appointment to get her oil change is at 10. We get out the car, the dude comes up to the car, and this lady's behind him, and she starts checking the car and looking at stuff. Whatever you're supposed to do, checking the car, looking at stuff. And the guy's like taking her information, and he's like, okay, when did you buy the car? What are you looking for today? Like this, and that. And she's telling him like, okay, I just need an oil change, I have an appointment, but also can I get my inspection because my sticker is about to be out next month and I need my inspection to get my car, whatever. I don't know too much about the car stuff. So she just asked for an inspection to get her inspection done. He's like, sure, yeah, we can get that done. Like, that's not a problem. And it shouldn't have been a problem. It couldn't have been. There wouldn't have been a problem for them to just do the inspection and then change her oil. That should have been like fast, right? And like mid-conversation, she's talking to this guy, just them two. This lady like is walking around her car with this thing that looks like a freaking Hot Wheels racer, just like she's swiping it across all the tires, just like running it over the tires or something. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but she comes up and she looks at the little thing she was moving across the tires, and she looks at the guy and she goes, she's not gonna pass the inspection. Just like that. She's not gonna pass the inspection. And my friend and I, we look at each other and she's like, why? And then this is what irritates me. Like, you know, I don't understand car stuff. You know, two teenagers aren't gonna understand car stuff when you talk about it like this. She's like, well, we have a standard for the tires and your blah, blah, blah is a little under blah, 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 blah. And me and Emily are just confused because, like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, we don't know what that means. But Emily just nods and she's like, yeah, okay, I guess. So just do the oil change. That's fine. And we get inside and we sit down and she's like, do you understand what she meant by why I wouldn't pass the inspection? Like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know anything about cars. I don't even have my license yet. This is still all new to me. I'm learning as you learn type of thing. She's like, that's just weird because that doesn't make sense. Like, there's a standard for like tire pressure or something for when you have to get your inspection. Like, there might be. That makes sense. That would make sense. Like, you got to get your car inspected. Your tires have to be a certain way so they know that your car is safe to be driven around. Makes sense. Didn't confuse me. She just didn't understand why. So we're sitting there for like 5 minutes, and they have this, whoever is in charge of customer service, she's like, has posters all over the wall, and she's like, if you have questions, ask me. But we weren't saying anything. She's on the phone with her mom explaining why she couldn't get her inspection, telling her mom that she's confused. And then the customer service lady walks by, and she asks how we're doing, which was nice. Like, she didn't have to come by and ask how we were doing. We were doing okay. Like, we could have just got the oil changed and left. But my friend was confused still. So she asked. The lady outside told me that I couldn't get my inspection because I wouldn't pass. And then she gave me some kind of information about my tires. But I didn't understand what any of it meant. She showed me some numbers. I didn't understand them. And the lady's like, oh, well, I can go talk to her and see what's wrong. You know, using customer service stuff just to make sure, like, nothing's wrong. She went to the lady, and the lady figured out that, like, we were complaining and was like, oh, okay, well, now I need to try my best and do everything I can to, like, fix whatever. So she goes out. She goes to talk to whoever she needs to talk to about the situation so she can explain it to my friend. We're sitting there eating the complimentary snacks, like the little cheese cracker things, and drinking water. And then my friend Emily gets up to get us some more water because we had been waiting there for like 10, 20 minutes. You know, like we were just there for an oil change. It shouldn't take that long. Emily disappears for like 15 minutes. People are coming asking me where she is. I don't know where she went. I was just sitting there confused, like, this isn't about me, I'm just waiting. I'm confused. And she finally returns after being gone for like 15, 20 minutes and people coming back and forth asking me where she is and looking for her. And she sits me down and she explains. So apparently, not only are my tires like not the standard for passing the inspection, but my car is out of alignment. I don't know exactly what that means. It could mean like the tires are like facing wrong, or they have to switch the tires around every time you come in get a checkup, and like the tires that were in the back were in the front at one point, so they're bad, but now that your car is out of alignment, the tires in the front are bad too. I don't know what it is that means. That could be what it means. Someone correct me, tell me what it means, because I don't know. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, since the car is out of alignment, I won't pass the inspection because my tires don't meet the standard for passing the inspection. I'm like, okay. And she's like, so if I want to pass my inspection, I have to get that fixed first. And I'm like, that's understandable. Like, yeah, she's gonna have to get that fixed. But what they said to her, they explained it to her as if, you're not gonna make it another month on these tires. These tires have any minute before you have a blowout and have to like you could get injured. Like the tire could explode and then you just like die in the middle of the highway from driving and the tire explodes. That's the way they explained it to her. Like, it has to be fixed today. Like, it has to be. And she's stressing out because she had saved up just enough money to pay for the oil change and all the stuff we were gonna do when we got to the concert. This added on to the price. Getting the car aligned and the tires replaced or whatever was gonna be a pretty penny. So she was stressed, obviously, as one would be. So she's stressing out, and as she's stressing out talking to her mom and figuring out how she's gonna pay for everything, the lady comes back and she's holding her air filter and something else, like the little filters in the car. You know how when they bring out your filter and give you an excuse why they need to change something and add more money, and they're like, this is really dirty, we're gonna change this as well for another fee. So they come out with the air filter or whatever the heck and something else saying, this is really dirty, it should be changed today. And she's like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Like, that's just adding to the price. She's freaking out, trying to figure out how she can get it fixed or whatever, trying to figure out how she's gonna pay for it. And the person that's working on her car comes in and talks to her and is telling her all the things that are wrong with her car and how they should have told her on her last inspection that stuff wasn't okay, so it could have gotten fixed then, and this and that. And her whole mentality through all of this is like, I need to get it fixed. We're making a long drive. Like, if it doesn't get fixed, something could happen to us while we're on the drive, which makes sense. Like, that's understandable. So in the end, she ends up getting it figured out. She does something to where she doesn't have to pay that day, but they're going to fix every single problem that's wrong with the car. Every problem, all of it is going to be fixed. The oil change, the tires, the alignment, her air filter, her windshield wipers, like everything, all of it. They're going to fix it all at once. Like, we're sitting there after she's like stressed out, called her mom 8 times, like trying to figure out what's going on. They get it figured out. We're sitting there waiting. Like, when we understand it's going to be a long wait, this lady, a receptionist lady, comes up to us. And she's like, hi, how are y'all? How's your day? Just making casual conversation. And then she's like, what are you getting done today? And my friend explains to her what she's getting done. And she's like, yeah, that's going to be like a 4-hour wait. Like, that's a long time. You guys just sure you don't want to just get shuttled somewhere and, like, go do something while you wait? Like, you don't have to wait here. This is boring. Like, you're going to be here for a long time. And they're like, no, we'll be okay. It's fine. It's a long wait, but it's fine. She keeps insisting, like, this, and that. And we're like, well, we don't have to stay here for a long time. The guy said it was going to be a 4-hour wait, and we want to make the most of this, like, while we're waiting or whatever. So we get shuttled to the mall. That's kind of close to the dealership. We're told it was a 4-hour wait, and that the person shuttling us to the mall will return in like 2 or 3 hours to pick us up. So we'll be back in time to pick up the car and leave. And we made sure to tell them, like, we need to be back. We have to be in Houston by 7. So that means we needed to be back by like 2 or 3 to make it in time to leave from the dealership to be at the concert by 7 or whatever before the concert started. The shuttle man is supposed to pick us up before it's time for us to leave. We get to the mall and everything's fine. Like, we're enjoying ourselves. We go to the Vera Bradley store. I buy a SHAWN Mendes shirt. I get a new swimsuit. I buy some BT21 stickers for really cheap that I found. We eat Panda Express. I get the new Panda Express chicken. It tastes really good. Like, we're having a good time. We check our phones for the time, and it's like 2 o'clock, like going on 3 o'clock. And she's like, I really hope the car is done. Like, I don't want them to take forever. And she gets on the phone with the dealership, like calls them when we're still at the mall. She calls them and she's like, hey, is my car done? Like, I just want to make sure I have to be in Houston by 7. And they're like, yes, your car should be done. It's going to take about 30 more minutes. You guys should head to the dealership now if you want to be able to, like, get in the car and leave. She was like, what? We were shuttled to the mall by your company. So whoever's supposed to be picking us up can come and pick us up. Like, we need him to come and pick us up. And by the time she figures all of that out, it's like 3 o'clock, 3:30. And he's like, oh, okay, like, I'll make sure that whoever we're supposed to have come and get you comes and gets you. He's supposed to be up at 4 o'clock. So I'll make sure he's on his way to get you before he has to leave. Okay, we got it figured out. Like, we're definitely going to be there on time. Like, he's coming to get us. We'll get back. By the time we get there, the car will be done. We can check out. We can leave. We sit down inside Macy's in the little couch area and we wait. And we wait. And we wait for an hour. So he told us someone will be on their way at 3:30, and it's 4:30 and nobody's there yet. So she's frustrated at this point. I'm frustrated. She picks up the phone to call the dealership back, and she explains to them that nobody's arrived to pick us up. And then the guy on the phone is like, what? Nobody's there to pick you up? Like, let me go talk to people and figure out what's going on. Apparently, the guy that was supposed to come and pick us up, like, just left, went home for the day because he assumed that he didn't have to pick us up. Somebody else would, which is dumb. If you're the only person shuttling people, why would you think that the last people you dropped off wouldn't need to be picked up before you got off of work? So now we're freaking out. There's no one coming to pick us up. And we're already kind of late because by the time we get to the dealership, it's going to be like 5 o'clock, which means we wouldn't get to Houston until 7. The concert starts at 7:30. So she's stressed. I'm stressed. The guy on the phone is stressed. And he puts her on the phone with like the manager of the whole dealership or whatever. And he's like, we'll get you a lift. The Lyft driver will be there to pick you up. This, and that. Like, don't worry about it. Somebody's coming to get you. We'll get you here as fast as we can. So we wait like 10 or 15 minutes for the Lyft driver to get us. The only people that were on our side was the Lyft driver. Honestly, he got there fast, got us there as fast as possible. Because 5 o'clock, there's all kinds of traffic in Central Texas. So he gets us to the dealership as fast as he can. The drive to the dealership takes us like 30 minutes because of all the traffic. So we get to the dealership and she's like, okay, give me my keys to my car. Everything's fine, right? I should be able to go. And then while we're there, they're like, well, we couldn't like find the email saying this and that for your payment plan, and we need you to recheck. And she's like, I got the email. I forwarded y'all the email. Like, what do you mean? Like, she's done at this point. And like they're conversing among themselves, like, where's the email? Who has the email? Like, why doesn't she said she sent the email? Her phone says she sent the email. Where's the email? And then one dude is like, oh, email. I thought you meant something else. Just like a dummy. Like, you've been working here for so long. How could you think he meant something else? Obviously, if you're supposed to be looking for the email, why would you be looking for anything else other than the email? He's a dummy. So he goes back, and somebody goes back with him to figure out what he did wrong and why it's taking so long. And while he's gone, me and my friend are sitting there like angry. She's crying. She's upset. I'm just silent because I'm like, if anything else goes wrong, like, I'm literally going to scream at these people. Like, they only have one job, and that's to fix the car, give us the keys, and let us go. And like, the lady that sent us to the freaking mall comes up, and she's like, hi, how's the mall? Like, did y'all have, like, trying to make casual conversation again, but we're like, done. Like, we don't want to talk to you. Like, leave us alone. She's like in the middle of a breakdown. It's like silent and like have RBF, like angry, not wanting to talk to this lady. And then eventually the lady gets a hint and she walks away. After that, the person working on her car comes back out to talk to her. He's like, okay, we found the email. We just need you to sign some stuff and then fill out the information for the payment plan, and then you're all set. We'll get you to Houston. By now, it's like 5:45, like close to 6 o'clock. We're like, we gotta go. Like, we're already late. Comes and sits her down. Is like, okay, you just need to fill out this information for your payment plan or whatever, and like sign all these papers. So she's going through all the steps and stuff for her payment plan, but then she realizes that they don't have her bank for the payment plan, and she tries to call her mom to put her mom's card on there for the payment plan, but her mom's not answering. And so she's stressed. She's figuring out like they can't find the card for the payment plan. She can't sign the papers until she figures out the payment plan. And so the guy, he gets up and he's like, let me go get my manager. Because, like, obviously she's stressed and freaking out. Like, she's about to throw a fit. And so he goes and gets his manager. Thank God for this dude. He sits down, sees that, all the problems were happening. And he's like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll call you in the morning. Expect a call from me. Sign these papers. And we'll talk about everything else tomorrow after your concert. And we're like, thank you, thank Jesus, like, just let us go. Like, we're finna be late to our concert. We're already late, just let us leave. And we're like, thank you. We shake hands with the manager, give the mean mug to everybody else that was like making it hard for us. And then we like get in the car, and like we at this point we don't care. We don't want to talk to anybody. We're not looking at the car. We're not making sure, like, nothing. We just get in the car and we go. She like puts it in drive and she like pulls it out. And she's like driving, and it's still traffic time, and like she gets on the highway, and then she realizes that there's traffic, and so like somebody else yeets off the highway through the grass into the main road. So she's like, I'm doing that too, and she yeets off the highway into the grass onto the main road, and she's like, yeah, off-roading, yeah. And so we're like, I'm in the passenger seat like this, we're going over bumps, and then we get onto the main road. She was like, I just ruined all the stuff. She's like, I just ruined all the stuff that I've been stressing out for them to fix, but that's okay. We're going to get there as fast as we can. So, like, with the traffic and everything, on the GPS, it says we wouldn't make it to the concert till about 8 o'clock. And we're sad because, like, the opening act was Alicia Cara. So that's, like, another reason why we were going to the concert, because we liked Alicia and we liked SHAWN. But we were going to be late and we were going to miss Alicia, and she was saying that if we miss SHAWN, she's going to be done. So, like, yeah, she's driving as fast as we can, and we get there, and thank the heavens we make it before SHAWN goes on. We still have time to get merch and find our seats. But we missed Alicia, and we literally only had, when we got there, we literally only had time to check in with our tickets, go pee from the long car ride, and buy our merch. Literally, as we were paying for our merch, he like came out on stage and we had to run and find our seats. So yeah, that's the story time about how I almost missed my Shawn Mendes concert. I did have a really good time. I enjoyed Shawn's performance, and I enjoyed the experience of getting to see Shawn live like that. I enjoyed myself. He's wonderful and talented, and I'm glad I got to experience that with one of my really good friends. What I have for you guys today, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Leave a comment down below about if you're a patient person or if you're not a patient person, or what you would have done in this situation. I post every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure to come back and like check out my channel and see what's going on for me if you enjoy it here. I'm so close to 40 subscribers, and that's like crazy. I've only been YouTubing for a month, and I didn't expect to be past 20 subscribers until like 6 months from now. So thank you. Oh yeah, I'll see you in the next one. That was quite good, if I do say so myself. Bye.